everything that was happening while they were together, she was financing it 100%. And I'll actually recommend that you get to listen to that story in details because she gives the timeline. And so when she suggests that they get a certain laptop, of course she has experience as to the workload that happens on YouTube and all that. He feels that she is controlling when it comes to the suggestions that she is giving. And so that is where things start going down. But when you look at it logically, that is a very, very petty reason for someone to start changing. And so at some point, Dee shares that when she traveled, I can't remember where she was at that time, she puts out that the YouTube channel that they had together, he changed the name. She was not consulted about it. And you can see that this man is distancing himself from Dee Mwango. At that moment also, he ghosts her. He does not talk to her, no communication. Dee Mwango is trying to reach out to the parents, his parents that is. And so Dee Mwango decides to come back to Kenya. They were to travel together. She asks him if he wants to travel with her and he says no. And so that takes a period of 1 month where they're not in communication. And so when Dee Mwango sees that things are not working out, she decides to just, call it quits. But here is where it's interesting. When she requests the things that she had done, or rather the things like the laptop and the GoPro, for them to be returned to her because she paid with her money, he says absolutely not. And in fact, he demands to be paid for being in Dee Mwango's videos. He says he had contributed to her growth. And Dee Mwango says by the time they met, she was around 260,000 subscribers. So between that time and now, she's at around 340,000 subscribers. So when you look at her growth during that time frame, it's consistent with how she has been growing. So according to him, he contributed to her growth. But when they opened their YouTube channel, many people went there because of the relationship he had with Dee. She is the brains behind it. She has the audience. No one knew about him. So it is very strange for him to put out that he demands half of what she made in the videos they were together. Dee Mwango explains that he wanted to be in those videos that she made on her channel. And so basically he's just putting out the reason why he's not going to pay back anything, whether it is the debt that she paid for him, whether it is opening the shop for his parents. He feels entitled to all that because he was in her YouTube videos.
And I can do all that I need to do without being a struggle to him. And I just knew I can help him over a period of time because it's not a full-time thing, because not having money, like financial struggles, are not not a forever problem as long as you're willing to work and put in the effort. So he told me, Dee, could you please give me 100,000 pesos for me to set up a grocery store for my family? For sure I did. And 100,000 pesos, that is like 2,000 US dollars. For sure I sent him the money. Guys, I was so much in love. And I hope you guys learned from my story. I was so much in love with this guy. So I did that. I sent him through MoneyGram. Big mistake in this relationship that led everything to fall apart was the fact that I was recommending him the type of laptop to buy and he didn't want that. So that was the major problem. So now it comes to a point where now he's saying, Dee, give me half of the money you made from your channel. Guys, a channel that I raised from scratch to where it is right now. You meet a boyfriend and he becomes part of your life. Then now he says, give me part of what you made because I was in them. Okay, you get the statement? So I told him, how do you demand me to give you money from my own YouTube channel? Are you forgetting everything that I did? Set up a grocery store for you, paid the over $1,000 debts that you had, paid all your flight tickets, booked all the accommodations, even bought clothes for you, like literally took care of you like 100%. Huh? You don't see all that I did to you? Honestly speaking, and it wasn't mandatory, like I have to do this. I was just being too kind.
And you've had it, guys. She was literally financing him. And at the end of it all, he decided to turn his back on her and demand to be paid half of what she made when he was in her videos. I think if we had a sisters conference, we'd just let Dee Mwango know that we do not finance men, especially a man that is not even your husband. No matter how much you are in love, let him meet you halfway. The red flags were already there. The moment he asked her to pay for his parents' ticket to come and see her, it is basically like the women who pay for their own dowry for their own wedding. He should have done whatever he has to do as a man to ensure that his family is able to meet his girlfriend. The fact that he had a debt and asked his girlfriend to pay that debt for him, and Dee Mwango being so generous paid it for him, he should have paid his debt or waited a little bit longer before he starts traveling and pay up his debts. Clearly, he knew that he was with a woman who was financially capable of financing him, and he took advantage of that in the name of love. Women generally are naturals, they see the potential, and a woman who is in love will do anything. And so in short, he knew that he was with a woman who was financially stable, who would help elevate his life, and he took advantage of that. It won't be surprising that he was not even really in love, genuinely in love with her, other than for her money. Because a real man will not do what he has done, especially refusing to pay the debts that she paid for him the entire time that he was working. He never was able or capable to start a business for his parents. Dee Mwango did that. And so I think the best thing that he would have done as a gentleman was to say that, I know you bought the GoPro, I know you bought the laptop. What I will suggest is, since I will be using this to do my videos, could we work on a plan where I'll be paying you back slowly? The money that you paid off my debt, I'm still planning to pay it. The money that you opened a grocery shop for my parents, I will still pay it back no matter how much time it will take. Maybe Dee Mwango would have had a change of heart and just say, you know what, you don't have to pay me. I did it with a clean heart and I just want to put the past in the past. Let me move on, and she'll make that money back anyway. Instead, he wants to be paid half of the money that Dee Mwango made in the videos that he was in. He's not bearing the fact that Dee Mwango has the audience and why the videos did well. He's not bearing the fact that Dee Mwango used her equipment, she edited the videos, like he demands half. I mean, what kind of man does that? Anyway, so Dee puts out, I did my very best and that gives me so much peace. All I can't do is holding on something draining my energy so badly, and I believe time is so precious I shouldn't waste it for anyone. I choose my sanity and my true smile and laughter forever. I live for no one but for myself. The worst mistake is introducing someone to my life and later they forget I'm the reason why and choose to be very manipulative instead. But regardless, I choose to be the true me to myself, and I know you all love me for who I am, my personality at most. So no need to keep holding on in a toxic, manipulative relationship, acting I'm all fine. No way. Cheers to new beginnings. Anyway, so people were literally calling him out for being a user, and he put out, hello guys, I know you get mad because of what you have had. When time comes, the truth will come out. She is good on her own story, but thank God for knowing the real her. Please don't hate her. She is in the mad stage. I think what he needs to be sharing, was he financed or not? Did she open a business for his parents? Was she paying for his flight and accommodation, buying him clothes? The equipment that he is using for that particular channel, did she buy those things? Anyway, with that being said, Dee Mwango has learned a very, very big lesson. And I think also the biggest mistake was mixing business with relationship. She should have just continued doing her thing. If he really wanted to travel, then he should start his own YouTube channel, build the audience from the ground up. And this reminds me of what Betty Kialo said, that she swore never to introduce a man on social media. They basically use her for who she is, and they decided to become a brand, even though when she met them, they had no interest whatsoever with social media. Unless Dee Mwango meets another content creator who is having their own YouTube channel, but do not mix the two together. And so moving forward, Dee Mwango has shared that she is single, but not only that, she has learned a great lesson. What are your thoughts on this? You can leave them on the comment section down below, but you're up to date. Thanks so much for watching. Subscribe.